Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. Thanks for joining us. We're back on regular scheduled programming. We got Jeep content for you guys. Today we're talking everything you need to know about the Jeep Cherokee and the Jeep Comanche axles. For the Cherokee, just the regular box Cherokee, 84 to 01, and the Comanche, 86 to 92. So, if it's four-wheel drive, it got a Dana 30 front axle. If it's two-wheel drive, it got a dummy beam. That's a high level of what happened in the front. In the back, you had a couple options. You had the Dana 35, you had the Chrysler 825, and you could get a Dana 44. By whole, you're gonna find 355 gears. I mean, that's just the most common. 90% of the time, I'm gonna say. You could find 307 gears if it was a manual. You could find 410 gears if it was a four-cylinder. There's evidently some 373s out there, I guess. I also, which I've never seen, and I also saw something about 331s, which I've never seen before either. So let's dissect the front 30 here for a second. Hopefully it's not too windy for you guys. Okay, so you got a high pinion from 84 to 99. It's a high pinion 30. In 2000, they switched to a low pinion. So 01 and 00 is a low pinion. Somewhere around 95 and a half, they went to the 297 U-joints and up. So you could only get a 297 U-joint. In the like 95 and a half downs, you could find them in the non-CAD or the central axle disconnect, which we'll talk about in a second. And then the CAD axles, the non-CADs had 260, so a real small U-joint. And then the CAD axles had the 297 U-joints. Now, CAD, central axle disconnect. So they use that, 84 to 88-ish, 89-ish, I'm not sure, not disputing that. And also in the YJ. So what that is it had a two-piece axle shaft on the passenger side. And like there's this goofy cast mount into the axle shaft, and basically there was a collar. When you'd put it in four, it's vacuum actuated, and this collar comes over and locks. And that's how both shafts then would lock together. Goofy design. Don't know why they did it. They're doing it again on the new Jeeps, but I digress. So, high pinion, low pinion, CAD. I think that's all you need to know. In the back. So, okay, there was a 27 spline 825 and a 29 spline 825. You could find the 29 spline in the 97 and ups. That's a really strong axle. Still a C-clip, but they're pretty big. They can take some abuse. The 27 splines are, about 96 and down, thereabouts. Decent axle in my opinion. And then there's the Dana 35. And I'm not gonna get too technical with that because somewhere in there was a non-C-clip version, and then the C-clip. But I can tell you in the 97 to 01, the only time you're going to find a Dana 35 is if it has the ABS braking system, which, in my opinion, you avoid when you're doing a build because, well, you're just begging for problems. We'll talk about that another time. So, but most of the time, non-ABS, you're gonna have that 29 spline 825. It's a great axle. Now, I mentioned a Dana 44. In 87 to 89, in an XJ with a towing package, you could get a Dana 44. Technically, I think they had the 354 gears, close enough to 355, but they're out there, you can find them. That's it for the XJ. Let's talk MJ. Same thing, Dana 30 front, in there, there's that whole goofy CAD situation, a non-CAD. There's the 2-wheel drive beam. And then in the back, you got, you did not get an 825. It was either the Dana 35 or the Dana 44. Now, I know a little bit less about those. I think it was the Eliminator might have got a 44. But again, your towing packages or your metric ton, I've heard about metric ton Comanches before. Those always got a 44. So again, I'm not as big on the older stuff. I'm gonna be honest with you, I don't like the 96 and down Cherokees. I'm not a fan. Now I love a Comanche, which has the same front end, so I don't quite understand that. But I like a Comanche, I don't like that. So I kind of avoid any old Cherokees, to be honest with you. I love the front end of this 97 to 01 myself. So then, on top of avoiding those, I really avoid 84 to like 86 for sure, because those are all carbureted. I know we're getting into weird stuff and not axles, but bear with me. And then, was it 87 to 89 is the Renix? I don't know much about those either, but I don't bother with those. So I have had a couple older Cherokees, but they've all been like 92 and up. But nevertheless, these Cherokees are a dime a dozen. They're stout. You can build them on the cheap. Being a leaf spring rear axle, you can put, I've got off camera, I got a Ford 88 that I have rainy day plans for. You could throw 88s in here, that's a popular mod. You can put full widths in these things, you can put 1 tons. It just makes it a lot easier to weld the leaf spring perches on. All the Cherokees are a spring over configuration, while the Comanches are a spring under configuration. So if you find a Comanche axle and you're looking to put it in your Cherokee, well, you're gonna have to re-weld perches and vice versa. But yeah, these things are super stout. They will take a beating. I'll show you, I had a sticky throttle situation the other day on this. I'll show you that. I can tell you, if you saw my other video about the Cherokees, like I had a long arm 98 that we wheeled all over, and I beat that thing. And I mean, I smoked the tires and I hit rocks at full bore. Like it had the 825, the 29 spline. It just laughed it off. It was a great axle. But anyway, I know that just kind of scratched the surface. But if you have any questions, I'm happy to help you out as much as I can. Real quick, while I'm thinking about it, the 825, there is no carrier brake. You just, if you have a carrier, you can put whatever gears you want. The Dana 30 has the 355 carrier brake. Or was it 373? I'm not sure now that I'm on camera. But so if you want to go to like a 410, sorry, that's a bad example. 456, 488, 513s, you're gonna have to change out that front carrier if you've got 355 gears. And same goes for the back, same carrier brake for the Dana 35. So hopefully, I just I just threw a lot at you there, but hopefully that was helpful. Again, any questions, look me up. I'm happy to help you out as much as I can. If I don't have the answer, I got people that can help you. So thank you for watching this, guys. We'll talk to you on the next one. Take care. That's the camp center.